Hello again. We're back with the Olden shot, and today we're looking at more Russian metal. The Zenit E with the Helios 44-2 lens on it. The camera's had a bit of a tough life, I think. The lens has a dink in the filter ring, and you probably won't be able to see this, but the click stop aperture ring isn't level with the preset aperture ring. So it's been dropped, I think, on the lens at some stage prior to my owning this camera. But tough old boots, these things. The Zenit E, there were millions of these made between the 60s and the early 80s. This particular one was made in 1970. The lens was made in 1973. With the Zenit cameras, I can normally tell the year of manufacture because it is the first two numerals on the serial numbers. So this serial number begins with 70, so it was made in 1970. The lens serial number begins with 73, so 1973. The cameras are very basic. I've covered most of the controls in the earlier video I did with the Zenit TTL, which is a later development of this one. The main difference is this is a Selenium Cell meter with the window above the lens, compared to the Zenit TTL, which meters through the lens itself. You read, there's a match needle window on the top, so point at your subject and capture the needle with the little circle that you move with this ring here. I believed that the meter was working well because before I went out the front door and pointed the camera level, looked at the reading, and it was telling me, it was giving me an aperture of, I think it was between f8 and f11 at 500th of a second. I had the ISO set at 500 ghost, which is about 400 ISO. So it was sunny with a few clouds in the sky, so I thought the exposure reading was correct. So we went out with Ilford HP5 Plus, rated at the box speed of 400 ISO, and we went to a hamlet in Northumberland called Kirkhall, which is where my good lady's family, or part of the family, originated from. And it's also the hamlet where the landscape gardener Capability Brown was born. We took some shots there, and then we came back to Blythe and took some shots down the beach. I developed the negatives in Ilfotech LC29, and when I had a look at the negatives, they looked quite dense, which suggests overexposure. So maybe the meter isn't reading correctly as I suspected it might have been. It was like a game of two halves, really. The Kirkhall shots, when I scanned them, had workable photographs. The beach shots were, and you could tell on the negatives were even more dense, and they didn't scan well at all, and the grain was so severe that the photographs really are unusable. We'll have a look at the photographs. The first bunch are from the Kirkharle area, and the last photograph is from the beach. It's the only one that really I could adjust in Lightroom to make it readable. The camera, I think, it isn't valuable. It's not worth salvaging. I think this one will be consigned to the scrap heap. It's a shame, but I've got other Zenits and other Helios lenses. We'll probably be trying some other budget cameras in the near future. I want to revisit the Praktica MTL50. I bought one at the market and then subsequently got gifted at different times another two, so I've got 3 Praktica MTL50s, and I have to say that they all seem to be working perfectly. Let's hope I haven't fated it by saying that. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.